Talk to your children about obedience. Disobedience is brutal. Save their lives. Keep it safe by thinking safe. Let's emphasize to our loving children, for those who don't have ears, to understand the essence of being obedient. We are their guardians and we want only the best for them. This is a little harsher in comparison to the first content I did. Talk to your children about obedience to save their lives. Let's talk about how important obedience is and why we should implore, demonstrate, be persistent, and be consistent in explaining the relevance of obedience to our children. Disobedience is brutal. It causes pain, suffering. It can rob us of togetherness, raising our children, and it can kill hope. Disobedience is us not understanding what life is, and if we understood it, we would cherish life. It is full of love, joy, and freedom within its limits. Disobedience brings us out of our limits. It wrecks us, cripples us, drags us, and then it crucifies us. It is after all the bad we go through. It's only then we understand, and we call that understanding experience. Life is made simple. We disobey for self pleasure that doesn't last. It blinds us, and we live not realizing that it is destroying us, robbing us of favor, robbing us from becoming kings and queens without us truly knowing what obedience brings. Obedience brings royalty, long life, wealth, genuine friends, health. It brings us tranquility, happiness, love, and gives us wisdom. Within our limits is to master the way of life, appreciating and using everything within our reach. Humans don't belong in the jungle with lions, snakes, and all the other animals. We are separated. Yes, we have dominion over them, but disobedience took that power from us, and so limits are created. We really don't have the luxury of excess as we lack self control. Humans can't just eat as we like. We are limited, and that's why some foods bring allergies. We are limited in other ways, such as our strength and our physical endurance. We can't just dive in any water. Limitation doesn't permit us, and we certainly can't hold water nor air in our hands. A grandmother told her grandson after a cyclone in the Caribbean not to go outside because they had landslides, but he disobeyed. As he opened the door, a huge rock rolled and crushed him to death. The grandmother told a news reporter that she couldn't cry because she told him not to go outside. Disobedience is brutal. A mother in the States told her son not to hang out on the block or not to go to his friend's house because there was a gang feud going on. He disobeyed, snuck out of the house, and went to his friend. The boy and his friend decided to attend a party a few blocks away, and on their way to the party, a car drove up and shot both boys. Disobedience is brutal. A mother told her 14-year-old daughter to cease from wearing her skimpy clothes and suggested to her that dressing like that can give boys the wrong idea and that the boys will think less of her, showing no respect, and that there are some animals who can't control themselves when so much is being exposed. The daughter objected. She went to one of her friend's house, dressed in a skimpy top, and a pair of shorts that looked like a thong. At this house, they were smoking, drinking, and the music was playing very loudly. One of the daughter's trusted male friends called her into a room and invited three more boys, and they took turns with her. The boys had no right and should be punished to the fullest extent of the law, and it didn't give them the right whether she was fully clothed or skimpily clothed. Disobedience is brutal. Children will defy us, but we as parents should be consistent with our words and actions, as those are evidence of what it is that we stand for, promote, endorse, and live by. Again, I say the focus is about obedience. Trials, challenges, and temptations will put all of us to the test. And how we overcome it is by our words and actions, having good discernment, knowing what to engage, endorse, tolerate, and what to shun. Not every conversation we are to entertain, not every event we are to be a part of, and not everyone who says, Lord, Lord, means it. Teach your children positive attributes, good manners, kindness, and those will give them some amount of favor. You think on it with a clean heart, you will have it. We have to break down the actions, reactions, and consequences for our children to grasp its true meaning. The action being a bully hitting a boy, the reaction being the boy's bigger brother defending him, and the consequences being the bully being in the hospital or the boy's brother being in jail. This can play out several different ways. Choose the different ways and have meaningful discussions. We have to let our children know what will and what can happen when they are disobedient. And if we deliver, we will have more listening children. Let's talk and prevent our lovely children from making costly mistakes that can dampen their future by giving them the tool of information that will bring them knowledge with understanding. We want them to grow and enjoy the wonders of this beautiful place we call Earth. We want them to go off to college, find their husbands or wives, and we want to enjoy our grandchildren. The cycle of life never ends, and we can keep it beautiful and exciting only if we use it in accordance to its purpose and its will. Life is beautiful. Its only cost to us is choice, obedience or disobedience. Inform your children, save their lives. For more basic reminders of informing our children, please subscribe, like, share, comment, share your thoughts below, and join me for our next Keep It Safe by Thinking Safe.